Hi YouTube, VidHead85 here, and as it is coming up on Labor Day, it is today actually, I am missing, something is missing from the campaign on both sides, and that is simply the rights of workers. In recent years, I have seen so many people who have gotten run roughshod over by their companies that they worked for. Some of them have worked many years. One woman, her son needed a kidney and she took off, and the job told her that she would have her position when she came back. However, they fired her. They basically filled her position and told her to get lost. Another woman was fired from her job at Wells Fargo, where she'd been there quite some time, and she had committed a crime in her youth. It was about 40 years ago, and her employer fired her. So what I'm missing in Obama's campaign and in Romney's campaign, which I doubt he would do a damn thing about it, we need regulations as far as the treatment of workers. And not only that, but we need people to know their rights regarding their treatment as workers. Simply because we're seeing all this union busting, and it's even worse when I see someone. I have a newspaper that I'll go get right away, where this person blames the unions for being the rich guy. However, it's those at the top who want to bust up those unions and make sure that we have a non-unionized workforce so that they can treat us any way that they want to treat us. And the problem with that is that they're allowed to do it by the government because they want to ease and cut regulations all over the place. So this is really crazy that, you know, it coming up on Labor Day, we're seeing, you know, we're seeing people's opinions of unions, you know, we see that people are turning against the unions, when in fact the unions would be fighting for them. And they also need to know this: I don't know how to unionize, and I certainly would want to at the place I work, but I would want to see every place have a union. But there also be protocols where you can go and, you know, dismiss a lazy worker. Now this is from H.S. Jr., Harvey Schwartzmeyer Jr. out of North Collins. Spoiled CSEA workers are gouging taxpayers. And it reads, Local 815 Civil Service Employees Associations rejected the latest contract with Erie County. CSEA workers are shown picketing County Hall with signs that say, "Stop paying the rich and stop the war on workers." And it's kind of interesting because Mark Poloncarz tends to look out for the unions, as if none of us have had a point or have had dealings with his campaign. But maybe that's fair to say, maybe it isn't, but time will tell. I can only wonder why there were no picketers with signs saying, "Stop raising our taxes, fixing our roads, and start fixing our roads and bridges. Start cutting weeds and grass along county roads. Eliminate the early quit. Stop the 1-hour paid lunch. Stop forcing our children to move away on graduation day because they feel you are somehow entitled to be paid and receive benefits that far exceed what the private sector receives." When all is concerned, CSEA members are the rich and taxpayers need a union. I have a few problems with this. Apparently. Stop raising our taxes. Taxed enough already. I walked by a car that had that bumper sticker, and apparently you are taxed enough already. The rich aren't. And those who are making millions and multi-millions, like Mitt Romney, are only paying, what, 13% of their taxes? Or of stuff to taxes. Now stop raising our taxes. Start fixing our roads and bridges. The federal government, the House and Senate have not been able to come to an agreement on anything because the House Republicans who control, who are controlling things, are not allowing federal money to get through to the states, forcing massive layoffs so that people can't cut the grass and weeds along county roads. This whole eliminate the early quit, stop the 1 hour paid lunch. Most people are not paid for their lunch. I doubt that they are, but okay. Stop forcing our children to move away on graduation day because you all feel you are somehow entitled to be paid and receive benefits that far exceed what the private sector receives. First of all, there is an interesting thing in that the private sector receives. If people were able to unionize, I'm pretty sure that they would, one, get, they would be able to more than likely get more of what they need and require. Like, well, and should have, like, sick days. Some people should be able to have sick days, unpaid sick days, and other things like that. I feel are definitely, hey, one, you know, you should be able to have enough flexibility in your job to where if you do get sick and want to take some unpaid leave, that you should be able to do that. When all is considered, CSEA members are the rich and taxpayers need a union. Then get off your ass and unionize. That's my thing. And in fact, I want to learn how to unionize and how to do that, how to go through the procedures and whatever. Because if anything, like more people, if more jobs were union, and you know, if it weren't union, we unionized, we'd be taking those businesses to the bank, and we would be able to, one, get a decent wage, a living wage, and two, unions and union leaders are pretty political because they have to watch out for the interests of themselves and their workers, and most of it, sometimes it's just themselves. But if anything, I will talk to you later, YouTube. Have a great day.